If you've ever watched a 4-year-old have a complete meltdown over a broken cookie while thinking, I have no idea how to help this child right now, you're not alone. Today we are unpacking 5 research-backed activities that will transform how your students understand and express their emotions. By the way, I'm Corba Lagai, and I've spent years helping teachers create emotionally intelligent classrooms where children thrive. Here's the truth. When children can't name their feelings, those feelings control them. But when we give them the words and the tools to understand their emotional world, the meltdowns decrease, aggression fades, and you suddenly have children who can say, I'm feeling frustrated because this is hard, instead of just throwing the crayons across the room. This video is part of my SEL series for early childhood teachers. If you haven't watched the other videos yet, be sure to check them out after this one. It's linked in the card somewhere. And be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Now let's get into activity number 1. The first activity that changes everything is turning your students into feeling detectives through interactive read-alouds. Research from Brigham Young University shows that when we pause during stories to identify emotions and act them out, children develop emotional vocabulary and literacy in ways that actually stick. Here's how to make this powerful. Choose a book with clear emotional content. The Way I Feel is a perfect book for this. But instead of just reading the words, become emotion investigators together. Stop on every page and ask, what feelings do you see on this character's face? How do you know that they feel that way? How can you show me what worried looks like on your face and with your body? Then take it further. After reading, create feeling detective badges together. Let children draw or write about times they felt that emotion from the story. The magic happens when a child can say, oh, that's what I felt when mom dropped me off this morning. I was feeling nervous. This isn't just story time anymore. It's emotional literacy boot camp. And when children start recognizing emotions in books, they begin recognizing them in themselves and their friends. Activity number 2 gets kids moving while learning feelings vocabulary, and it's called emotional charades. Social emotional learning experts recommend this because it helps children identify emotions through body language and facial expression, skills they need for empathy and social connection. But here's the secret to making it work. Don't just guess the emotions and move on. After each child acts out a feeling, ask follow-up questions. When do you feel excited like that? What makes someone feel worried? Create emotion cards that have both words and pictures and allow children to draw them from a special feelings box. Include basic emotions like happy, sad, angry, and excited, but also expand their vocabulary with words like frustrated, proud, disappointed, and calm. The research is clear. When children can physically experience and express emotions, they develop better emotional recognition and awareness. Plus, it's actually fun, which means they'll remember what they learn. Activity 3 taps into something powerful: children's natural ability to express emotions through art. When we create dedicated time for emotion art, we're giving children a nonverbal way to process and communicate their inner world. Set up an emotion art station where children can use colors, shapes, and textures to show how they feel. But here's the key. Introduce sophisticated feeling words while they create. I noticed you're using lots of red swirls. It looks like anger or frustration to me. Those gentle blue waves look calm and peaceful. The beauty of this activity is that children who struggle to verbalize their emotions suddenly have a way to communicate. When 4-year-old Marcus paints jagged black lines, and you say, that looks like a big, overwhelming feeling, you're validating his experience and teaching him vocabulary at the same time. Research shows that art-based emotional expression helps children to process difficult feelings and develop emotional insight. It's not just crafting, it's emotional development in action. Activity 4 uses something unexpected for emotional learning: gardening. When children plant seeds and care for plants, they are experiencing patience, hope, disappointment, and pride in real concrete ways. Start a small classroom garden or even just plant seeds in cups. As you water and wait, talk about the feelings involved. Waiting for our seeds to grow teaches us patience. How does waiting feel in your body? We hope our plants will grow strong. What does hope look like to you? When some seeds don't sprout, you have the perfect opportunity to discuss disappointment and resilience. When others flourish, you can celebrate with words like pride, joy, and accomplishment. The power of this activity is that emotions aren't abstract concepts anymore. They become lived experiences connected to the real world that children can see and touch. The final activity combines movement, mindfulness, and emotional learning through feelings yoga. When children use their bodies to represent different emotions, they develop the mind-body connection that's essential for emotional regulation. Create simple poses that match emotions. Strong mountain pose for brave, child's pose for scared or sad, dancing movements for joyful, and gentle stretching for calm. But don't stop with those poses. Include breathing exercises for big emotions like anger or overwhelm. The research shows that when children learn to connect physical sensations with emotional vocabulary, they develop better self-regulation skills. So when little Aiden starts feeling angry, he can remember the calm breathing from the feelings yoga instead of throwing the toys. This isn't just movement time. It's giving children tools to use for life. Here's what I want you to remember. Emotional regulation isn't a luxury in early childhood. It's a necessity. When children can name their emotions, they can manage them. When they understand emotions in others, they develop empathy and social skills. Now, as always, you don't have to implement all of these strategies at once. Start with one that excites you the most. Maybe it's becoming feeling detectives with books or setting up that emotion art station. Master one, then add another. Your students are counting on you to help them navigate their emotional world. These activities aren't just fun additions to your curriculum. They're building the foundation for emotional intelligence that will serve your children for the rest of their lives. Now, be sure to check out other videos in this SEL series to gain the complete toolkit for creating an emotionally intelligent classroom where children thrive. And I'll see you in the next video.